Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike Green. I'm one of the owners of 1A Auto. I want to help you save time and money repairing and maintaining your vehicle. I'm going to use my 20+ years experience restoring and repairing cars and trucks like this to show you the correct way to install parts from 1AAuto.com. The right parts installed correctly. That's going to save you time and money. Thank you, and enjoy the video.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the Serpentine belt tensioner on this 04 Dodge Ram. This has the 5.7 liter Hemi engine, pretty much the same as any 02 to 08 with this same engine. You'll need a 3/8 inch ratchet handle and a 15 millimeter wrench. Okay, right down in here, I've got a 3/8 ratchet. Okay, and right down in here is your tensioner. And there's a square hole kind of in the middle of the tensioner. Okay, and here I'm just having a little trouble. I'm trying to get the wrench on there and still make sure that you guys can see it. But you can see the wrench actually goes into the hole there, but I can't get it to lock in, so I need to change my position around here a little bit. So I grab it with the other hand, get it into the hole. Okay, and then you can see the wrench right there in the in the tensioner, and then I spin it back around. You pull up on your ratchet, loosen the belt, then you take the belt off the alternator, and then slowly let your tensioner back. Take off your. Okay, and now remove your belt. Just kind of unwind it from the different pulleys. Oops. You reach down, pull it out from between the power steering pulley. Okay. Down around. And then we're going to reach way down underneath your fan here and pull it out from around the crank, and then up and out. Okay, so right down here you can see is our tensioner, and it's a 15 millimeter bolt. You probably can't quite see the head of the bolt, but it's right in the middle of the tensioner. Okay, once you get that bolt loose a couple turns, it turns pretty easy with your hand. We'll fast forward here a little bit as I just loosen that bolt up with my hand. Okay, and then your tensioner comes right off. Okay, and then there's your tensioner off, and that's right where the bolt is. Okay, there's nothing actually wrong with this tensioner, so I'm just going to put it back on. Just doing this video to show you how to do it. Keep the bolt in it. Okay, put the bolt in and thread it a little bit. Okay, then you can push the tensioner on, and it has a square and a little round pin that line it up correctly. And again, we'll fast forward through this as I just tighten that up with my finger. Okay, now tighten it up. Probably should be about 50-55 foot-pounds, but I'm just going to tighten it up nice and tight with my wrench here. And that's all set. Okay, on this truck I couldn't locate a pulley diagram or a belt routing diagram, so I kind of made one here. So when we go to install this belt, first we're going to make a loop and put it down around the crank, which is the largest pulley at the bottom, and then going up and around the WP, which is the water pump, and then down around the power steering, or the PS, which is the power steering pulley, up around the AC, and then you want to wind it through the idler pulley, the lower idler pulley, then to the tensioner, and then you basically have a little loop that you can pull up onto the alternator when you pull on the tensioner. Okay, to get the belt back on, I know you can't see much, that's why I showed you that, that diagram, but I'm going to put a loop down. Okay. And again, sorry, all you're looking at probably is my elbow, but way down underneath the crank, and in between the crank pulley and the power steering pulley. Okay. And then I'm going to pull a loop on top of my power steering pulley, down around, on top of my water pump pulley, down around my power steering pulley, slip it between the power steering pulley and the crank pulley. Okay. And up around my AC pulley here. Okay. It goes from my crank up over my idler, bring it up onto my tensioner. This goes down underneath this idler pulley. Okay, and now I have this in my hand that I can put onto the alternator. Okay, I'm gonna reach in here, hook my ratchet in. Okay, I'm gonna grab onto here with this hand, pull with this hand. Okay, up and on. Oop. And then just check everything else. It's around there correctly. It's down around my power steering pulley correctly. It's down around the crank correctly.
We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.